And welcome to today's Retirees with Certified Financial Planner Wayne Maslick of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. Today we're going to be talking about something that you need to get your children or your grandchildren to the TV set or to the radio to listen to, because we are going to be talking about college planning and the FAFSA. Can't even say that, FAFSA. It's the forms that you fill out for student aid at the government website, Wayne. The average cost we were looking up the other day is $20,000 plus per year if you're going, in America. If you're going to private schools, that's probably very much north of that.
Right.
So a family, when they are looking at sending a child or grandchild to college, they are talking about a huge investment, $100,000 minimum over the course of 4 years, going on these numbers.
100 plus.
100 plus
per kid.
Per kid. Mm-hmm. Plus you have other expense. I've had kids go through college. You're almost there.
I'm almost there, and that's one reason we're really getting into this now. For my own good, of course, because I have 3 boys coming up the ladder, and to start helping folks here in Northern Ohio on how to not necessarily save for college. We're going to take it a step further during this show and down the road too, helping them find money for their kids.
Sure. Because it is pretty intimidating. I've had 3 go through college. They have successfully made it through those 4 years and have moved on to careers and jobs. But when you start thinking that, $100,000 that is going to have to come from someplace, whether it is extra jobs,
a loan,
yes, and that is really, almost a crisis in America, the student loan problem.
Yeah, the goal is, if your child is going to go to college, the goal is to come out on the backside with as little or no debt as possible.
Sure.
And to do that, you have to do a lot of things on the front side properly. And there's a lot available to families that, frankly, people just don't have a clue about. They have no idea certain programs are out there, certain strategies are out there that can help them lower the out-of-pocket costs for college. So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
And also we'll talk about accumulating money. Prior to going to college, what are some of the best vehicles to save money? And quite frankly, I'm not a big believer in a 529 plan that everyone talks about. You see the advertisements in there. I just, that's not my favorite approach. So we'll talk about what I like here in a little bit.
Okay. Now, let's say that a person, like most of us, we have good intentions, but life takes over and, the car breaks down and, we were going to put some money away for little Johnny's college education and the car broke down and the roof needed replaced and all of that. When is the time to start? When Johnny is newborn, or if you've waited until he's 14 years old? Are you sunk?
Quite possibly. The old saying, when's the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly right.
The next best time is today. So it's the same thing with college. If you haven't started when your child was born, and you don't have wealthy parents that are going to, pony up the cash for college, you got to start now. And if you don't have the money, or you don't want to use the money, because, I see this a lot too, Richard, is people take and they help fund their kids' college before they fund their own retirement. So now you have a kid that's through college, maybe even still living at home in some cases, and the parents don't have anything saved for retirement because they blew it all on their kids' college. So you don't want to do that either.
Okay.
You have to, and I see that a lot.
Yes,
it's a huge mistake that people are in their early 60s and they got nothing because, not enough because they helped their 2 or 3 or 4 kids go through college, and they're proud that they got their kids through college without debt. But they have no retirement nest egg.
Right.
So we have to find a nice balance, and that's what we'll try and help folks do today.
Right. Now, by the way, I'm one of those guys that did it backwards. I helped my kids get through school. They worked as well, but there went our retirement.
Well, yeah, you're doing a lot of things that that are going to make up for that. But, you know, there are options that you have, and there's options even like we talked off air that you didn't even know about that were available to you even at the time that you put your kids through.
Sure.
So we'll try and help some folks today.
So friends, let me encourage you to call your children or your grandchildren and make sure they tune in. We're going to be talking about how you can help get your children or grandchildren through school, some strategies to use. Now here's the other side of this. You don't have to be a pauper to get aid. Okay? Now Wayne's going to go into more detail about this. Let's say that you have put some money away and you're thinking, well, because of my income and because of, you know, the Lord's blessing on my life, I'm over a threshold that I'm not eligible. Well, we're going to talk about that when we come back. So if you have children or grandchildren, be sure and have them tune in. The other thing we want to tell you, we want to really encourage you this, don't try to do all this by yourself. Wayne is here to help do that. That's why this program is here. You need to call Wayne, 866-626-3990. If it's on the weekend, please leave a name and a number, and one of his ladies will call you back. You don't call him back personally on the first time, do you? You don't have time.
Once in a while, if my assistant gets behind,
Okay.
or she's sick, or she asks me to,
Okay.
then I listen. So I call. Yeah, but they will get me now and then.
Right. So make that phone call, 866-626-3990. We'll be back right after this.